It's time now to go on patrol with CHP Officer Johnny Fisher.
Officer Fisher joins us now to talk about vehicle laws pertaining to high-powered vehicle lights and mud guards. Thank you very much for being here.
Good morning, you guys.
Okay, so let's talk about these lights. Sometimes, oh my gosh, they're so bright. You think they have their brights on, but it's just a regular light?
Yeah.
How is that legal?
Yeah. I mean, it's things that are sold. It's certain kilowatts and different amps of the lamps that are coming out. That was not intended to rhyme right there. So yeah, like we're seeing some off-road vehicles right now, and you can see that light bar on top, and then you see the light bar down around where the roll bar is.
Oh, I see, yeah.
And that's not a patrol vehicle at all, although it kind of looks like it. And that's another good shot of these off-road lights that are great for dunes. They're great for camping. They're great for anything off-road. And now you're seeing like where the vehicle's tires go outside of the wheel well. In these instances, you need those mud guards, those plastic flaps that go over the actual wheel well of the vehicle, or you need the mud flaps that kind of hang down. So that way, just like that right there. So that way, when you're driving in wet and muddy and inclement weather, you're not interfering and spraying everybody. Yeah. You know, you're being a respectful driver. That's a nice, good shot right there of those wheel wells.
And that's what you want then? That plastic around it?
If your vehicles are lifted like that and they are your tires are outside that wheel well, you have to have, by law, you have to have those mud guards, which are different than the mud flaps. Now, you can see some of the vehicles that are out there that are lifted and they have the larger tires. Those are required to have not just the mud guards, but they're also required to have the flaps as well, because the vehicle frame doesn't cover all of the tire.
And sometimes I like to add a picture of a pretty little girl, lady on it.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that people
fancy.
Decorate their cars with. It's
a personal touch.
Inappropriate.
Personal
yeah,
touch.
right.
Yeah.
Very personal. Any laws as far as being ticketed for any of this stuff?
Oh yeah, these are all citable offenses, and part of the reason why I come out here is to help people and to save lives and to save money. And so, let's just talk about saving people some money real quick, about some fix-it tickets or whatnot. But those mud flaps, you're required to have those. 26700 of the vehicle code, just states that you have to have those mud flaps, just like we just explained about, as well as the mud guards around the wheel well. And
how much it'll cost if you don't?
Yeah, typically fix-it tickets are about $25, depending on what county that you're in.
Okay.
But if you continuously keep getting these, and you fix it, then you put it back, and then you fix it and put it back, then ultimately you can be cited for a non-fix-it, and then it goes into like a big time.
And what about those lights? Is there a way to just use those lights, like you were saying, for camping and for wheeling where it's safe and legal to do, but just not when you're driving down Shaw Avenue?
Right. All those lamps have to be covered. So I don't know if you guys remember the Casey lights, that are on the bigger trucks. They're on the roll bar on top.
Yeah.
They look awesome. And all those lamps are great for off-roading. They're great for camping. They're great for anything except for being on the road. Those all have to be covered, just like those LED light bars that we just saw. Those all need to be covered on the highway. And by highway, I mean anytime that you're not off-road.
Off-road. Okay.
So, yeah. And that's just to save you in the event, because they're all separate wiring. It can't be wired like in the same wiring system as your headlights.
Okay.
So in the event that you hit a switch by accident and they come on, and those things will just light up the whole.
Yeah, you can't see. You're just blinded.
Those are really powerful lights. Yeah. And we've had vehicles behind us. We're all pretty veteran drivers here, where it just seems like somebody's high beams are on behind you, but their vehicle's lifted, or they have their vehicle angled differently. And there's just so many different laws about where your vehicle needs to be, where your lights need to be. And that's all set in place to be respectful to the other driver. And I think that's the theme for 2015. I think that every time that I've come on here, I've talked about being respectful to your other fellow drivers. So although your vehicle looks sweet and it looks awesome, and when you go camping, it's probably the best vehicle that's out there as far as looks goes. When we're on the road, We just have to keep it street legal.
Okay. Thank you very much.
All right.
We will do that.
It's great seeing you guys.
Great to see you too. Thank you. For a link to the CHP and useful driving tips, log on to kmph.com, click on Patrol tab from the Great Day drop-down menu.